Hey guys, so for once I think I'm gonna throw in some Al Natural light. I've replaced my light bulb's sense, and it seems to actually show less of a glare because these things suck with glare. And if they're not showing, I highly doubt the books will. Alright, well, first of all, excuses. It's been forever. I am so sorry, but luckily in the time I've actually amassed an interesting collection as opposed to all my other little mini hauls. This one's actually something. So I'm sorry if I cut it out halfway through. I promise to finish it up by the latest tomorrow. But let's start off with something that is not a comic book. The Dungeons and Dragons start. Let's go ahead and pop this off for a second. Oh my god. Yes, this thing is glorious. It is the 5th edition books, if any of you know what that is. It comes with the player's handbook, the monster manual. I'm hoping this gets in, because I cannot actually check the camera. The Dungeon Master's Guide. And, of course, my very own DM screen. Like I said, I'm hoping this shows through. I don't know how much space I should be given, but God, is that glorious. That was a good start. I have been looking into D&D forever, and I thought I should finally pick it up. It's, like I said, it's been forever, guys. I got this around Free Comic Book Day, actually, is when I ordered that. I want to move on to my books now, my comics. House of Secrets from the Vertigo series, number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, which finishes up the actual original volume. And then issue 6, which starts off the new one. I got all of those at a little tiny shop. Sold me to them for 80 cents a piece on Free Comic Book Day. I've actually read these. These are some of the ones that I actually read. They were a hell of a deal, actually, because these are amazing. If anyone's read the Vertigo series, I totally suggest it. And if you have, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would love to hear these things are getting some appreciation. Alright, let's move on to some stuff I got before Free Comic Book Day. I found Superman in Action Comics number 2. First appearance of the Eradicator virus, which would later turn into the Eradicator Superman. Hell of a book. Not the best condition. Pretty big. Perez cover. Trust me when I say it was worth the $1 I paid for it. Can't really complain. Moving on, once again to before Free Comic Book Day. Let's go ahead and put that out there. I got a copy of Promethea, number 1, first appearance of the Promethea character. Written by Alan Moore. Once again, hell of a cover. There is a bit of a glare. I'm looking at it right now. Sorry if I'm speeding through things, by the way. There's a lot to get through. This brings me to West Coast Avengers 46. First appearance of the Great Lakes Avengers. As most of you know from my last videos, I am in love with these characters. I could not get enough of them. So, when I finally tracked this down and paid $1 for it, I was beyond ecstatic. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot trying to grab some of these. I've got a lot to show you guys for once. And the last books I have before Free Comic Book Day, I managed to acquire on eBay not 1 book, not 2 books, not 3, but the entire run of Etrigan the Demon, minus issue 5. I sold off my extra copy of issue 1 that I got from this lot because I had a bit of a molding problem. And I'll show you what I got with that here in 1 second, if it's in here. And of course, you can tell that was out of order because I saved the most expensive one for last. The Demon issue 7, first appearance of Clarion the Witch Boy. Oh, sorry for the gloss there. It's a black book, and that's a problem for the glare. Look at that. God, I couldn't believe it. I paid $40 for all of them. Probably one of the better prices for all of this. Now, I think everything else I got before, or not before, I got after or during Free Comic Book Day. So let me go ahead and move on to the books I got during Free Comic Book Day. I got Spider-Man. I haven't read this one yet, but I've heard great things. So I cannot wait to actually get through that. Carnage. I love Carnage. Star Wars Adventures. I got the same one last year. I don't think it's a reprint. I think it's a new story, but at the very least a new cover. That'll be fun. Riverdale, Season 3. I hate Riverdale, so I cannot wait to read through that just to be annoyed. The Avengers, Free Comic Book Day. The cover looks similar to last year's. I haven't read last year's yet, so I might as well sit down and get through that. This is not a Free Comic Book Day. I guess that got scrambled in. The Savage Dragon versus the Savage Megaton Man. It's an old Image book. I think it'll be fun. But, funnily enough, we didn't do an actual Free Comic Book Day. Spawn. It is the actual Todd McFarlane first issue with a bitchin' cover, if I do say so myself. God, it looks good in person. Chapter Houses, Captain Canuck. Apparently, it unveils a new Captain Canuck. He's a bit of a joke character, but I happen to love him. The British Funny Pages. So it's a bunch of old comics from 70s, 80s era. And capping off the last of these books, The Tick. And if you really look there, I don't know if you can see it. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this. Signed by the writer. My store, not my local one, but the one in Newark, a little ways down, actually happened to get the writer in town at the right time, and he signed a bunch of these. He signed like 10, and I was able to snag 2 of them. The other one went to a close friend of mine, and it was actually very good. I'm going to close with actually the only other book from Free Comic Book Day that covers Free Comic Book Day. I'll actually be back later tonight with the rest of this haul, which is quite a bit, trust me. You've got a lot coming your way. I'm going to finish it off with Year of the Villain #1. Look at that. I actually read that one. It was astounding. I believe that's everything for now. I'll be back soon. See you guys.